The compliant design specification and calculations stored on a member's administration page can be converted by the software into tender building control documents and drawings. It is important that the user checks that the specification is compliant with the performance they require before they generate these tender building control documents and drawings. The user is asked to use 1 credit or £100 to generate these documents. They need to confirm that it is okay to use a credit. Credits can be purchased using PayPal or using a credit card. From the 6th of April 2014, it will be mandatory that the documentation generated by the software is presented to the building control body before work commences and consists of a compliant list of the fabric and fixed building specification. These are the design inputs used to calculate the design EPC. It is now mandatory that this design information is presented to building control before work commences. This is the design EPC proving the compliant list submitted to building control is compliant and has been calculated using an approved SAP 2012, and it is mandatory that this information is presented to building control. These are the U-value calculations for the floor, wall and roof calculated to BR433. These calculations have been used by the SAP 2012 to calculate the design performance of the fabric. It is recommended in the 2013 regulations that these calculations are submitted to building control before work starts. An individual Y-factor calculation to BR497 is essential if compliance with the new fee standard is to be achieved. Using the default figure of 0.08 in SAP will not achieve compliance with the new fee standard. This Y-factor calculation has been used by SAP to calculate the design fee. The Foresight software generates specific typical details for the method of construction chosen. For the floor, the wall and the roof. These drawings are populated with a description of the structural and insulation material used to achieve the design performance calculated by SAP. It has been recommended in the 2013 building regulations that the inputs used in SAP should be presented as a product specification rather than a figure from a calculation. For example, a U-value should be described as structural and insulation materials and their depths. These documents can be used as tender documents, which are essential if the gap between design and construction is to be closed.